All right, everybody. Let's talk about the new Joint Commission standards. There's a lot of conversations already going around this. The ASHE community has questions about it. ASHE's putting on a lot of education around it. Really and truly, I think the most important thing to know is that the standards themselves, nothing in the standards is new. Nothing is new. And that is very, very important. What this is a consolidation effort where we went from the checklist-based kind of more prescriptive standards to now more general buckets. And they're lumping a lot of what used to be more prescriptive criteria into the more general bucket approach. And I love this. I think I'm excited about this personally because I've been saying it for almost a decade. The previous more prescriptive standards provide a false sense of security. That's only a fraction of what is in the code and what is required by the code. And I think that's very important. This also further aligns Joint Commission with CMS and how CMS performs audits and surveys, and other accrediting organizations, AOs, also follow a similar approach. I know DNV has a very similar structure approach of having less standards and really there's a lot of other differences between how other accrediting organizations survey, but the standards themselves are more generalized buckets. And I tell people all the time, stop looking at the standards, look at the code. Look at what the code requires or the conditions of participation directly, what those require. That provides you a stronger sense of security. I can tell you, like at Banner, we're having conversations. We've all known this is coming for a while. We've been having conversations in facility services specifically about how are we going to structure our binders and our reports and what we're going to show. Because now, instead of things saying, for example, the former EC 02, 03, 05, EP3, where it has the initiating device testing criteria, right? So, and now everything in the EC 02, 03, 05 now falls under the physical environment chapter because they consolidated environment of care and life safety into physical environment. So it's PE 04, 01, 01, EP2. And I like the approach personally. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this, but just going plain language. I think eliminating the reliance on the standards and really just focusing on initiating device testing is going to really strengthen how we're able to speak to our documents and how we operate and maintain our hospitals and our facilities. So I personally like the approach. Change is change. It's happening regardless. So change will continue to occur, even if we don't want it, it's going to happen. So I'd like to hear though your approach. Like, what are you planning on doing? How are you planning on structuring your documentation, your review processes for when a survey does happen? I like it personally because again, it's agnostic. And it allows us, if we ever do choose to change accrediting organizations or just go direct CMS, it provides that flexibility. We're no longer reliant on standards. So there's other pros and cons as well. What do you think? You tell me your pros and cons. Until next time, happy learning.